So Surgeon Sparks is coming out very, very soon. It's one of them sets that everybody's looking forward to. I think we've got until the 8th of November to get it out, and we are literally within the last couple of weeks until it is. Now, in terms of the set itself, it's one of the biggest ones that we've been seeing for quite some time that is going to feature Pikachu. Since the last one, I think that was, I read somewhere, or somebody said in a video, that like the last time that happened, it was like a massive boom for the set in general. So I'm very interested to see how this Pikachu does. In general, when it comes to the Pikachu, it looks incredible, if you can't imagine already. Personally, for me, it's definitely one of them big hitters that we can look at. And if we kind of go and see what cards I'm kind of looking at, you're looking at this sort of Pikachu. You've obviously got this one down here. They are some very good artworks, as well as the Hydrogen. You've also got a gold version also. It is just a very well looked after set that I think will do massive for the actual set in itself. Now, in terms of products that you can get, plenty of blisters, obviously a build and battle kit. You've obviously got the sleeved booster packs, you've got the booster bundle, the ETBs, then obviously you've got the display cases. You've got 6 of the booster boxes for them. Now the question is, are they worth it? Are they worth either buying 1, buying 2, buying a whole load of them? Because naturally that's kind of where everybody's at now with it. And honestly, when it comes to booster bundles or booster boxes, for instance, I'd always say wait for them, because they're not necessarily always incredible straight off release. So if we look at something like what's had a few months, so if we go for thinking what sets have been out recently, because they all do roughly the same sort of thing. So say if we go for, we'll go Twilight Masquerade first, because I'm thinking, I know Temporal Forces and Paradox Rift didn't do crazy, but I need to put it right, don't I? Twilight Masquerade, and then if we go from that, we can get booster boxes. Booster box. So when we look at this one, which is not there, fantastic. Why does it show me all of these? So we just go like that. That should show me everything Twilight Masquerade. So if we look at the booster box, obviously the average price of this is at 158 at the moment. We are out of stock on this site anyway. But when you look at, say, has it been out 6 months? How long has it been out for? So March, when was this? That was April. So yeah, so if I show you here, so you can see, comes out at 132. Pretty standard. Normally when you're looking at boxes, if you're not going through like a TikTok discount or you're going anywhere, normally per box, you're looking anywhere at the moment between 105 with a discount, 120 being no discount. That's kind of where you're at. But you already saw that it dropped massively straight off the bat. Like within a month, it dropped down all the way to 101. And then it started climbing. Now, some don't do it so instantly. I think Twilight Masquerade was one of them ones that just did really well. And I think it was always going to be quite a nice set. Whereas you look at something like Temporal Forces, you've got an average price still coming in quite cheap. But when you look at the whole year aspect of it, like we're seeing now downwards trends here of, I can go down to 100, and I believe you could have got this box at about 85 as well. I've seen definitely some full booster boxes going for only around about £85, which is nuts to think that you could pretty much guarantee yourself that, because the main thing that you're looking for is going to be the price back. So if I'm saying there's 32 packs in each of them, if we times that by, say we say £3 as an average, that's 96 at a minimum. Even if we go 32 and we times it by, say, 250, we go really low, that's 80. So you're not going to get very many packs that go lower than that. Like it just doesn't work in that sort of aspect that packs hit like a £2.20 like that for very long as well. And to be honest, the only kind of set that I've seen ever do that is Shrouded Fable at the moment, but that's purely because it's a smaller set. So you'd expect the booster box, which is non-existent, or the booster bundle, to be even cheaper, which it is. So that's always something to have a look at. Another one that I know didn't necessarily go crazy, but Obsidian Flames was another one that was kind of just chilling. Now, obviously with something like this, we've seen the lows, we've seen the highs. We've got lows of 93. Like I said, it's the exact same. You're not going to get a pack cheaper than that. Like that's pretty much on the threshold of making money on it, because as soon as it goes up, if you bought 100 of these, 10 of these for 91, each one of them has made $30-40 profit, and that's just within a year. You then add that extra few times. Like obviously some sets can get reprints, you can get boxes with Obsidian Flames in them. That's all going to have a massive effect on the price. So when it comes to the Surging Sparks, I really think this set has got potential to do really well. That's not everything that I wanted. I think I've spelt it wrong as well, which is always, but did I spell it wrong? Surging Sparks. There we go. Did I get that right? I don't know. But when we look at all of these products, there's plenty to go for. The ones I would always look at, the ETB is definitely one to have a look at a minimum, because the Magneton card in that is outstanding. You then got the booster box, which is one of my favorites. When it comes to like booster bundles and kind of blisters, I'm not normally a big fan, because realistically, if I'm buying these, say normally the 3-pack blister comes in at around about £15, 15 to 13 depending on a deal. I'm thinking mainly the thing everybody wants is obviously them 3 packs, unless they've got an insane artwork card in them, which they don't in this case. You've got a Quagsire, you've got a Zapdos, Pachirisu, Wooper. They're not going to go for much. It'd be like looking at the EX Greninja box. That's an incredible card. I think that's up at $9 at the moment. That's to be expected, because the card it's an alt art. It's a very, very good card, whereas these are very standard. So you're looking then, you've got to have then the packs to be at least £4 to £5 each. Now that is very difficult without having years upon years of non-circulation in it, and depending on when you get in on them, if you can get them for £10, it's a potential that you do make some money on it. But they don't really move that crazy without years of products, whereas booster boxes and trainer boxes, they tend to be the ones to go up and down, as they have the better or the most efficient price for per booster pack. So if you've got buying $40 say for the Elite Trainer box, you know you're getting 9 packs back. You're obviously getting the sleeves and anything else that you might be able to put in as junk, but then you've also getting the Magneton, which again is a nice card. Might even just go for a couple of pounds each. You never know. It's a really nice card, but then you have to see, is that worth it? And it's the same for the Pokemon Center box. It's a little bit more, obviously, but then you are obviously getting that Pokemon Center sticker, that stamp. There's only going to be so many of them, so that's when it becomes more of a limited quantity than it is just every ETB going. So for me, I'd be looking at the booster boxes, I'd be looking at the ETBs at a minimum, and then maybe kind of like a one each product of these. But to be honest, I'd just, if collecting the promo cards, I'd just go and buy the singles. They're more than likely going to be about £1, if not under each, before too long. So I would go and get them, and some of them are not even promo cards. I think the Zapdos is, I'm pretty sure, but I don't think Wooper is. You can see there the promo stamp. And then when we look at something like the Wooper, I'm 99% sure it's just part of a normal set. Or maybe not. Maybe that is part of it. I am wrong. But that regardless, it still won't be a crazy amount anyway. Seems like all of them are, so fair enough with that. But all of them will be insanely cheap. Not more worth than $5. Like, if you're thinking you could pay £3 for the pack, then you're leaving the same value of like £2 to £3 for the Pachirisu. It isn't going to be worth that much. So let me know down below how you're getting on with it, and hopefully we get some good cards from it. Peace.